Sean Cleary, partner at Riviera Partners, and I lead our cybersecurity practice. So we do exclusively CISO and CISO direct report searches across all spectrum of companies from early stage up through large publics. Companies have realized that CISOs need more help on their teams, specifically at the leadership level, which is great that they're investing in that. But what we've found is historically there's a really significant delta between a CISO and the folks that report into them, because security is oftentimes looked at as a cost center. It's starting to shift, but it is often looked at as a cost center. You historically have seen a CISO, and then the folks that report into them are really more so director level, maybe not like true VP or executive level management. And now we've got some companies who are looking for someone who has seen a VP level scope, but also will report into a CISO as opposed to wanting to go run their own program. And that's a very difficult niche to find right now, especially with the technical bar that folks have for today's security leaders. The CISO role is evolving very quickly into them becoming really much more of a comprehensive leader at the executive level. And we're seeing really top tier security leaders take on these expanded scopes where they'll have pieces of engineering, they'll have product responsibilities, they'll have IT. We're seeing certain security leaders move into a chief digital officer type of role. So I truly wonder if we're going to be calling CISOs CISO as much as we are now in 3 years. I think there's a world where they become really much more of an ingrained business leader in the executive ranks. We're seeing demand for folks, whether it's directly into the CISO or 2 layers below the CISO, who can really build and engineer solutions similar to what you would be looking for out of a traditional VP of engineering. I think that's because today's software companies and even non-traditional tech companies are building and innovating so fast with AI that they need a counterpart on the security side who can tailor-made custom solutions. I think the days of just picking a bunch of tools off the shelves in some of these innovative companies is long over. You need someone who really can build. Good cybersecurity leaders are very technical. The elite cybersecurity leaders combine that with providing value to the business so that it is unquestioned how important they are. And when we hear from folks that have worked with great CISOs what was so excellent about them and unique, it's often about a business impact. Our goal is to educate both the client and the candidate about what the wide range of possibilities are in terms of how a CISO role is scoped, how the reporting structure works, what your span of influence is, so that they have really the full context of what's normal, because this is often a first-time search for many clients, and there's not necessarily an industry standard like there are in other functional areas. So for us, it's all about education and consultation and making sure both sides know that it's not a one-size-fits-all setup. If you're a VP or a director level person in a security org and your goal is to move into a CISO role, go make friends with some of your peers in other business functions. The people that are on the quickest trajectory into security leadership roles at the C level, they're folks that have great relationship building and collaboration skills across all functions. That's what separating you apart from just being a siloed security leader. This is the hottest CISO hiring market that I've been a part of in 10 years of doing this. And across the board, not just in security, everyone's looking for more equity, more cash. So the price tags are rising up across the board, and we're seeing truly differentiating CISOs get paid similar to how you would pay your highest ranking product or engineering leader in certain companies, especially when they have one of those expanded scopes.